Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hello Word, your daily dose of English vocabulary. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today as we explore another fascinating word. Today's word is engaged. So, what does engaged mean? Well, at the B1 level, engaged has two primary meanings. First, it means busy or occupied, and second, it describes someone who has promised to marry someone. We'll be focusing on both meanings today. Let's start with the first meaning, busy or occupied. When you are engaged in something, you are actively involved and giving it your attention. For instance, if you are engaged in a conversation, you are actively listening and participating. Now, let's move on to the second meaning of engaged, promise to marry. This refers to the state of being formally committed to marriage. If someone is engaged, it means they have accepted a marriage proposal and are planning a wedding. To understand the word engaged better, let's look at some synonyms. For the busy meaning, we can use words like occupied, involved, and busy. Here are some examples. She is occupied with her studies right now, so she can't come to the phone. Or he is involved in a community project. And I am busy with work all day. You can see how these synonyms replace engaged and maintain the same meaning of being occupied or busy with something. Now, for the promise to marry meaning, a close synonym isn't readily available as it is a unique concept, but you could say planning to get married or betrothed, although betrothed is less common these days. For example, they are planning to get married next year. This conveys a similar meaning to being engaged. Now, let's explore the antonyms of engaged. For the busy meaning, antonyms include free, idle, and available. Let's see them in action. I am free this weekend, so let's hang out. Or, he is idle because he doesn't have any work to do. And, she is available for a meeting at 2 p.m. These words clearly show the opposite of being busy or occupied. For the promise to marry meaning, the antonym would be single or unmarried. For example, she is single and not looking for a relationship. Or he is unmarried and enjoying his freedom. These words contrast with the state of being committed to marriage. Now, let's look at how engaged is used in everyday life. If you're talking about being busy, you might say, I was so engaged at work today, I didn't even have time for lunch. Or, the students were really engaged in the lesson, asking lots of questions. When referring to marriage, you might hear, they got engaged last Christmas. Or, she's engaged to a doctor. You'll also hear the term engagement ring, which is the ring given when someone proposes marriage. Let's use engaged in some more sentences and phrases. The speaker was very engaged with the audience, making eye contact and using humor. He is fully engaged in his new role as team leader. They announced that they were engaged on social media. After dating for 5 years, they finally got engaged. The teacher tried to keep the children engaged with interactive activities. She's engaged to be married in the spring. Being engaged in a project makes you more likely to succeed. They remained engaged in the debate even though they disagreed. Are you engaged this afternoon? Or can you help me with something? We need to keep the customers engaged with our brand. So, to recap, engaged can mean busy or occupied, or promise to marry. Remember the synonyms like occupied, involved, and busy for the first meaning, and remember that being planning to get married conveys the same meaning for the second. The antonyms for the busy meaning are free, idle, and available, and the antonyms for the promise to marry meaning are single and unmarried. We've also explored various examples of how engaged is used in daily conversations and phrases. Thank you for joining me today on Hello Word. I hope you found this episode helpful and informative. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others find the show and learn English vocabulary too. Now, for your homework, I encourage you to create your own sentence using the word engaged in either of its meanings and share it as a comment under the video. I look forward to seeing your creative examples. Keep practicing and keep learning. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you in the next episode of Hello Word.